now we can go to our third finalist, Chelsea. Go ahead with your presentation, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chelsea. I'm a 16-year-old student who lives in Toronto. I decided to participate in the Global Youth Challenge in order to share my ideas on global peace and also in order to try something new. Have you ever wondered why racial inequality still exists? Well, my answer to this is racial inequality still exists because of the lack of love amongst humans caused by personal prejudice or the lack of education on racial topics. I believe that in order for us to obtain world peace, we need to unite the different races of the world in order to empower them and in order to learn from our experiences and different perspectives. One of my two of my main points in achieving this are reducing violence. An example of violence can be police brutality, and another example that is presently happening right now is the discrimination that the Asian community is facing because of the coronavirus. This violence towards them is affecting them mentally and physically. There are a lot of children that are being attacked and elderly people that are also being attacked. I feel as though the police need to do more to arrest the people that are doing these kind of acts. My second point is promoting equal rights. We can promote equal rights in the workforce, in the medical field, and also in the government, as racism is a systematic thing and has been ingrained in our society so deeply. We can also help Black people find more jobs and also help other races that are also facing racism in America or in Canada and all over the world. You may be also wondering how you can contribute. Well, you can contribute by educating yourself on racial topics, learning more, and putting yourself in another person's perspective in order to understand how racism affects them and how you can do better as a person. You can also stand up for what is right. When you see racism or when you see even bullying in schools, you can stand up and stop the person bullying the other person and try and help them understand why this is not right or why this affects the other person negatively. I also think that during the Black Lives movements, there was a lot of improvement in how we promote love and also in how we educate other people. Right now, social media is one of the biggest platforms that we can help people learn more about racial topics. And I believe that we can try and do better. And I also wanted to say that as a person, you should understand that you should be able to understand another person's perspective and feel sympathy for them. And so this is why racism is a very bad thing. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chelsea. You did great. And then now may I ask Mr. Colling from Brock to ask you your first question, okay?
Yeah, great job, Chelsea. A really important topic, and you were very articulate. So thank you so much. So in your submission, you talked about the importance of, sort of the broad view of loving each other and how that's, we need to love each other to promote peace. So what are the biggest barriers to loving each other?
I think one of the biggest barriers is obviously discrimination. Some people are brainwashed to think that other races are minority. And I think the division is what is causing love not to be promoted equally and efficiently. I also feel as though sometimes we feel as though we're superior than other people. And so we view them as less than human. And this really affects the way we interact with each other. Yeah, that is my answer.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Now, your second question will come from Professor Hayhoe from University of Toronto. Professor, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Chelsea, what a great presentation. I think each of your 3 points was very significant and you responded well. I want to ask you about your painting. I really loved it. I thought it was great. And I have 2 connected questions. You have Africa in the center of it. And then you have all the arms reaching out, right, with different colors, different races. but they look a bit like fists. And that kind of puzzled me a little bit, why they look like fists. So that's my double-barreled question on your painting, which was really quite dramatic, I have to say.
Thank you for the question. Well, I decided to paint fists because they really show strength and empowerment. And I also decided to put them all around the globe because that shows unity. Then I decided to paint Africa in the middle because that's just the way I view the world most of the time. Like most of the time when I see the globe, I always see like Africa in the middle. But I also feel as though the other continents are also have the same importance and equality. Yes, and that is also where I'm from. So
Thank you. I thought that was great. Very powerful having Africa in the center. Thank you for explaining.
Thank you, Professor, for your question, and thank you, Chelsea, for your wonderful answer.